Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the most important XRP chart that I have ever made. This chart is going to perfectly showcase how this cycle is lining up to one of the best performing assets in all of history, and how this entire sell-off that we just saw with XRP because of the lawsuit is completely bullcrap, and the people that are willing to buy and invest right now are about to make themselves an insane amount of money. XRP is the most undervalued high cap crypto right now. Everybody's underestimating it, and now it's time to shine and truly show the world what this beast can do. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join my Discord server of over 20,000 members and growing. Links are going to be provided for you in the description to go ahead and sign up. On top of all of that, if you're a new guy getting into these markets and you want to learn how to be more profitable and make better trading decisions, I have a free ebook that's also linked in the description for you guys to download. I'm going to tell you guys right now that ebook's full of a lot of really good information that helped me from being unprofitable to becoming profitable inside of these markets, and I know it's going to help you guys out a lot, which is why I've made it free to download. Links are going to be provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are today taking a look at XRP. I wanted to start off and talk about some basic understanding of the trend of XRP, and then I wanted to actually dive into the big picture of XRP, share with you guys my favorite chart and my most important chart that I've ever made, and then we're going to finish things up by talking about the short-term price and what to expect moving forward. Now, first things first, I wanted to just talk about this chart that I have made real quick because it's something that is really simple to understand, but in my opinion, most people overlook it and don't understand the importance of it. And so I just wanted to share with you guys a little insight on how, markets trend. So inside of a bearish market, the way that you know a market is bearish is obviously based off of a downtrend, right? So we have this red line which acts as resistance. Every time prices hit this, we fall lower. And this is what is known as a downtrend. And in a downtrend, they consist of what are called lower lows and lower highs. And so if we come over here, a lower low looks like this. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, right? That's what a downtrending market is, or a bearish market. Now, on the opposite end, you also get bullish markets. And the bullish markets are indicated by an uptrending and the bullish markets are actually indicated by an uptrending market, right? So higher highs and higher lows. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and they look something like that. And what we can see here with XRP is a perfect example of how to know when a trend has actually shifted. In this case, we had this descending resistance. We were going lower, lower, lower all the way throughout here. And then finally, XRP's price actually broke out of this downtrending resistance, and then we actually started to make higher highs and higher lows on this new uptrend, right? So every time we hit this trend line, we bounce and make higher highs, higher lows, all the way throughout here. So what this shows is an actual reversal of the bearish trend. Not only have we broken from all descending resistances, but we're already creating a solid base and a foundation inside of this new uptrend. And now that we're kind of in this in-between stage, I do think we're going to see a breakout very soon, which brings me to the most important chart I've ever made for XRP, and let's dive into it right now. So this is actually the chart that I wanted to share with you guys today. A lot of you guys have probably seen this chart, but I wanted to go over it again because it's been a couple months since I've last talked about it. And in my opinion, this is the only chart that you need to understand what is happening with XRP. A lot of people will try and draw you all kinds of technical analysis. They'll analyze all kinds of stuff. And while it might be helpful, I like to look at the big picture trend, and I like to analyze prior market cycles and understand where we're at today based off of analyzing the prior market cycles. And so what we've gone ahead and done is I've taken this black chart here and I've actually put it on top of the XRP chart. So this is the XRP chart, and this chart here, the black one, is actually the silver chart from the 1980s to the early 2000s. So this was a very long period of time where silver actually made this big blow off top in the 80s. We had this long corrective market for 20 years, and then fast forward to the early 2000s. This was about 2004, I believe. And then we actually went for a new bull cycle. And this is pretty much the exact same thing as what is happening with XRP today. we can see that this is pretty much the exact same fractal here. Now, the way it starts off, you get the first higher high, and then we kind of go through this rounded bottom formation, and that's what takes us to this final blow off top. Same thing happens here in XRP. Rounded formation, and then we get this nice blow off top, right? And what follows is a big decline, bubble pops, everything starts crashing, and then we go through lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Same thing happens here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then this is what actually takes us to this accumulation phase, right? Now with the silver, we ended up not ever making a lower low. We kind of just consolidated sideways for a long period of time. Whereas with XRP, we did make lower lows, but we were still consolidating within the sideways range, right? This was like our resistance at 30 cents approximately, and our support was all the way back down here at about 10 cents. And so this is kind of what happened. We consolidated sideways for a long time. And then what ends up happening with the silver cycle is we make our first impulse. We start going up again. We make a very clear 5-wave structure. Wave 1, wave 3, wave 5. And then we get a sharp decline that sells off really quickly all the way back down to trending support, right? And this is exactly the same thing that happened to XRP. It's almost the exact same chart. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. And then we get this same exact sell-off. It is almost the exact same chart all the way through. There's almost no difference here. The only real difference that I would say is the fact that this impulse was a little bit less gradual until we got this 5-wave, and the 5-wave was just super, super expansive. Whereas the Elliott waves in the silver chart were a little bit more symmetrical. They looked a little bit cleaner, but the 5-wave wasn't as parabolic. Nonetheless, we got the same size of a sell-off. And it's interesting how the SEC lawsuit times perfectly with this sell-off, and it comes all the way back down to trending support. Almost the same thing that happened here. And in fact, if there wasn't the lawsuit, I do believe that XRP would have held support up a little bit higher, similar to how the silver chart actually looks. Obviously, there was way more sell volume and pressure because of the lawsuit, a lot more fear in the market, and that's what actually caused it to drop a little bit lower. Nonetheless, we're in the exact same situation, guys. It's almost no different here. What happened to silver was after we found this low, we kind of started consolidating here before breaking up and going into new all-time highs. This is almost the exact same thing that we're seeing today with XRP before we ultimately start going back up again. And so I always like to share this chart with you guys because a lot of people overcomplicate things. A lot of people overanalyze things. A lot of people analyze things and then make kind of weird comparisons. And so I just like to zoom out, look at the whole chart, and then analyze prior cycles, because in all honesty, guys, this is nothing new. This is nothing we haven't seen prior, and it's pretty obvious to tell what is actually going on. Now, a lot of old school traders, they actually say, now, when I actually look at this chart, guys, I am getting really excited because this is one of the only high cap coins out there left that is actually still really undervalued in the grand scheme of things. It's at pretty much its lowest level against the Bitcoin pair. It's really low against the Ethereum pair. Even the dollar pair is really low. But the thing about this chart, guys, is XRP has always lagged. It's always been a laggard inside of this market. Even in the last cycle, XRP was one of the last to pump, but when it pumped, it outperformed the majority of the market. I expect this thing to be exactly the same way, and it has behaved exactly the same way as the last cycle. We've pretty much just stayed at an average price for over 2 years period of time now, going sideways. And now, in my opinion, we're finally to the point of the cycle where we will start to see it go up much quicker from here. And based off of the silver chart, you know, we could see a quick impulse that honestly just takes everybody's wildest expectations and completely blows them out of the water. I would not be the least bit surprised because it's pretty much the same thing that happened in the last cycle. When XRP decided to go, it immediately exploded, immediately broke out and went into new all-time highs. And the people that, you know, waited simply missed out on it, or they FOMO bought the top. And that's just the way that this is going to work. We've seen a lot of altcoins lead the market. We've seen Chainlink do good. We've seen all of DeFi do really well. XRP's been lagging. A lot of people have underestimated XRP because of this, and they expect it to kind of just fall out and die. I don't think that that's the case. And I don't think that this lawsuit meant anything. I tried to do my due diligence and update you guys and let you know that I was personally not worried about the lawsuit at all. I said that it was 100% FUD. Even when a lot of the better, well-known XRP influencers were getting really fearful about it, I actually put a whole Bitcoin down at 23 cents and doubled up on my positions. And that actually added me about 105,000 XRP right down here at 23 cents. And so I'm already all in with this thing. Not all in. Obviously, I have other investments, but I really did double down. I've invested a lot of money into XRP. You guys know I've been accumulating this one for a long period of time, and I'm still just as bullish as I ever have been. In fact, I'm more bullish now because of the fact we've only done nothing but uptrends since Corona. We've only done nothing but uptrends since March. Now that we're actually starting to make a lot bigger moves on the upside, I do think that we're in for a big blow off top. And so you guys should be paying attention for XRP. Watch out for it. Now is not the time to be selling. Now is not the time to be looking into other projects. If you've made it this far, just keep holding on to those bags because it's going to you're going to get rewarded for it greatly. Now, before we wrap up this video, let's actually dive into the shorter time frames real quick, and let's go take a look at what we can see here. Now, let's drop it to about an 8-hour time frame, and let's talk about some things. So in my last video, and really in some of the many previous videos, this has been kind of my line in the sand. When we were below this resistance, I said right here, I was expecting we were going to get a breakout of that. We did. It happened a little quicker than I expected. But we've always maintained support above this level. We've never broken back below it. And so that shows that there's a lot of strength inside of this market. Now, the shorter time frames, you know, it's kind of just being a little bit indecisive. But when we actually come over here and draw it like this, in my opinion, this is kind of like what we're seeing here. So we had this descending resistance. We actually broke out of this, flipped it as support, and now we're getting kind of somewhat of a continuation. Now, I would like to see this hold and keep going up. That's obviously going to be the most bullish situation. If we end up falling back down, then this green line, in my opinion, will be the next area of support. We want to hold that no matter what. I do think that we will hold that support, but really it's just kind of an indecisive point on the shorter time frames. We're going to watch and see what happens with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is continuing to show a lot of strength. You know, Ethereum's looking pretty solid. So if those two continue to go up, then XRP is going to go up as well. And we should just be aware of that because the thing is, guys, we don't have many resistances left. We're about to be breaking out and getting a nice, strong impulse coming because really, guys, we have this high up here, and this high is going to take us at about 75 cents. And then I would say that we also have this one right here. These are really my two big resistance levels. We have one at 75 and we have one at 65. We have a support level here at 37. This is pretty much just the range that we're working with, you know, bullish. I mean, if you're looking for a short-term trade, longing support, shorting or selling resistance is always the smartest room. But really, guys, we just need to break out of this range. And this is the range that we have built. You know, we're kind of in the in-between stage. And so we're either going to hold support and continue to go up, or we're going to fall back down and retest this support level again. Obviously, it depends on what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to drop and start selling off, then we would expect to see the rest of the markets do that along with XRP. So anyways, guys, this is the video I have for you. I just want to talk to you guys about some of the thoughts and perspectives with XRP. I wanted to share with you guys my favorite chart on XRP that I felt was the most valuable for you guys to understand because in my opinion, it perfectly summarizes what's going on with this lawsuit. Yes, the lawsuit was unexpected. Yes, there was a lot of fear. Yes, it made it harder to buy XRP if you're American. But nonetheless, you know, this is nothing new of what I've been updating you guys with the silver comparison. You know, it happened a little bit different than I expected. I kind of thought that we would hold support here and go for one more high before this sell-off, but that wasn't the case, and we ended up getting that sell-off a little early. But it doesn't change anything, guys. This was just a good buying opportunity. We're repeating the same fractal as before, and now we should expect to see new all-time highs coming very soon. So I actually just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my Discord group. For the people that do want to sign up, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of insights on this. So basically, this is what it looks like. You guys are going to get access to this group. Every single update that I make on the charts, a buy, a sell, just an update on the market structure in general, doing technical analysis. You guys are going to get all of those updates. And to share with you guys a couple examples of some, you know, these are some that we've actually recently had some big winners in here. This one peaked at about 18x. It's currently going back up again. I haven't taken a whole lot of profits, but I do post a lot of sell signals on here. You know, we've had a number of these good trades. This was the original signal. Pretty much followed exactly to plan. Still holding on to a lot of these. I mean, here's LTX. This was another one. We're up about 8x off of this one. Probably up a little bit higher because this was yesterday's charts. Constellation was another one that we nailed pretty much identically to the original chart that I had outlined. We're up about 8x off of that. And so these are all different signals that you guys are going to be able to come in there and find. You know, we nail these calls often. We're really accurate inside of these markets, especially now. I mean, I'm not some genius. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm some god when it comes to the markets because I'm not. what I can say is when a bull market comes through, it's really easy to make profits. And as somebody who's been through an entire bull cycle and a bear cycle, I have a way that I trade, and it's really profitable inside the bull market. Obviously, the bull run won't last forever, which is why it pays to really get in this group now. It's because there's going to be a ton of profits. We're nailing all these Uniswap trades, and the Uniswap profits have been honestly insane. It's truly crazy to think about how many 10x's that we've made inside of this group. And guys, this is only a fraction of them. These aren't even some of the bigger winners. These are less than 10x, some of these, where we've had 40x's, we've had a 50x, we've had a couple 30x's, many 20, 10x's, and so many inside and below 10x that it's insane. And so if you guys want to get access to this stuff, make sure you guys check out the signals. Links are provided for you in the description. So guys, as we wrap up this video, for the people that have waited this long that want to understand how to actually sign up for my video course in signals, I have the video course, which is going to be 20 educational videos that teach you guys technical analysis. So if you're somebody that wants to actually learn how to draw on charts, how to analyze the markets using TA, that video course is going to be the thing for you. Now, on top of that, I also offer the signals. If you're somebody into these markets that just want to copy what I'm doing, follow all those trades that I take, and ask me direct questions with any comments or concerns that you have, of course, over the course of the cycle, then that is obviously going to be the place for you to sign up for the signals. You guys are going to get access to my long-term and short-term portfolio, along with every other trade that I take over the cycle, any updates on my analysis across the total market cap, dominance, and all those charts. You guys are actually going to get those live updates. And so if you guys want to get access to that, links are going to be provided for you in the description. You guys can purchase them together or separate. If you can only pick one, I always recommend going with the signals first, because obviously you guys want to make money, and the best way to make money is obviously by joining my Discord server and actually get in there. On top of all of that, guys, if you want to sign up but you don't actually want to pay for any of my VIP groups, I do have a free ebook that's also linked in the description that you guys can download. Tons of information that I know is going to help you out a lot, so check all that stuff out. Links are going to be provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.